I think it's also interesting when you ask, like, what was that original vision? And the ways that I do my best thinking are on long trail runs, or solo car trips, road trips. And the whole Brendle Group concept came to me on a long road trip when I was younger, and Dan and I were going to have our first son, and I was pregnant, and I had a 3-hour car ride by myself along the Columbia River in Washington, 3-hour drive to go visit my brother. And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do with my career when I'm becoming a mother? And during that 3-hour car ride, the whole thing started to, mile after mile, unfold before my eyes, if you will. And the vision was pretty in depth. It's almost like a daydream vision, like, what would that look like and how could that work? And so I guess my point being the importance of daydreaming and the importance of finding time and to really be alone and think and create vision is really powerful, because these visions really do come true. Well, one, I can't speak about our core values without speaking about our purpose. And the purpose of Brendle Group is to create lasting impacts that inspire and sustain our communities and our world. That will never change. And the core values are the touchstones, the things that we rely on when it gets hard, day in and day out, and we have to make decisions. Those are our safe places that we go back to on our decision making. And those will also never change. Even though our mission has matured and evolved over 25 years, our core values have always stayed the same. And true, they were maybe more officially articulated or cemented as our strategic planning evolved over time, but they've always been the same. And I just will say, the last thing I'd say about core values is people can read them on a website, but they don't believe them until you show them and you live that and they experience the core values and how we're providing our services and so forth. And it never really hit me as strongly until the pandemic hit. And they're almost like your rudder in a storm. And here we are in crisis management. And if it weren't for having core values, I don't know that we would have been able to navigate that crisis as successfully as we did without those 6 principles. They showed us the way. You know, the industry has matured quite a lot. Like, for example, 25 years ago, there were no degrees or like educational pathways into sustainability. And now, even as my kids grew up through our Poudre School District, I got to see in environmental science them doing greenhouse gas inventories. And so then now they go to college, and then there's all these different degrees. And so I see the educational system is completely different. And therefore, the workforce is completely different, more trained and ready to tackle sustainability. I had just never contemplated, though, how much change you would see in the maturation of the sustainability movement. And that's been really exciting. So what's next for Brendle Group? I kind of think about in 2 time frames. One is next week, and then one is 25 years from now in 2046, given what's been happening. Next week is another week in the life of Brendle Group where we have open positions. We're back to the maturation of the workforce, and we're seeking the next slate of new talent. We're working really hard to submit our project deadlines and working in decarbonization, working in electrification, working in water renewal and other things. And so next week is sort of the embodiment of vision takes week in, week out, stubborn optimism and putting in the work. So that's what's next for Brendle Group, is to keep on with that stubborn optimism, putting in the work. But then when I think about 20 years from now, that's 2046. I hope to be around in 2046, but not running Brendle Group. And so I am super excited about what the future of the company holds with new and emerging leaders and what's next around that. I also think about that is closing in on mid-century with our entire body of work will be put to the test of have we decarbonized and have we avoided the or at least bent the curve on the climate crisis and so forth. So that's what's next for Brendle Group is we've put all of our eggs in the climate crisis basket with this fourth mission to accelerate equitable solutions to the climate crisis, because this is our last decade to figure that out, because in 25 years, when we're looking at our 50th anniversary, we will become to be judged on how we did. And I want to be able to look in the eyes of my children, any grandchildren, or any generations of people and say, we not only did everything we could, we did everything we must. It comes back to that long car ride in the vision, and like my vision has been achieved. I'm very happy. It like exceeded my expectations, and so now what really drives me is to help other people bring their dreams and see their visions come true. So I just would challenge you and think big, and to the rest of our team and to all of our customers out there. Let's think big together, and I'm excited to help support you and your dreams coming true, and our customers and their dreams coming true, and the power of vision and stubborn optimism and putting in the hard work to make that happen. So.